All right, guys, I'm Chris. I am a engineer who works with air filtration, and I wanted to there's a lot of things going on the internet and online about these masks that the medical industry is having a hard time with. They can't get enough N95 masks, and we got people out there like you guys in the Million Mask Challenge, which is great, and I love to see that. It's awesome. But people trying to make these masks out of everything, and the government's now trying to tell us that we need to make masks to protect ourselves. So I'm going to put this together as quickly as I possibly can, going from worst to best as far as the materials that we have on hand that we can use to make these masks and filters for ourselves. So I'll start out with a few things, like just to give you an idea of what was used to do this testing. Basically, you fill up a container full of these measured air particles, and then you put whatever it is you're testing, the media that you're testing, on top of that. You measure before and after. Basically, you know what's coming into the container, you know what's leaving. You measure how much is actually getting through the mask. That's really it in a nutshell. That's how the test is run. And just to give you an example, I know these N95 masks everybody's all hot and bothered about. They perform at about 70 to 86% efficiency for the face masks, and which is really good. And there's a lot of stuff out there that can compete with that, and just in a different way. And that's what I'm going to show you. So anyway, one of the things that you hear about people using as a last resort kind of thing, bandana. Bandana is very much the last resort. If you can find anything, use a sock, use anything. Look at this. You can literally see through this thing. It's great. It's not great. It's bad. But anyway, no. When I was testing this, I could actually see the particles coming through it. I won't even waste any more time with that. Last resort. Nothing. Anything else. Don't use that. Okay. Sheets. They also say to make masks out of sheets. This actually performed really good. This is my son's one of his old pillowcases, and the way that I tested this one, it was a double layer, so I have to give it that, which is what a lot of these masks are, is a double layer of fabric, which is great. Anyway, I put this on to test, and it was about 50%, so 50% efficiency. And that's actually pretty good. It's not bad. It's a coin toss whether something's going to get through or not. I mean, you can kind of look at it that way. It's not bad. It's not great, but it is what it is. Now, the next one on the list was actually diaper. Tested a diaper, tested some Depends, feminine hygiene products. I'm trying to think outside the box to get whatever might be on hand. And this one actually worked great. We're talking to 98 to 99% efficiency with this. So, it sounds crazy, but hey, it worked. The way that it worked, and not all diapers are made this way, so I have to explain this one to you. If you use a diaper, if you want to look at using a diaper, what you have to do, there is see this little colorful plastic kind of this stuff here. It's a hydrophobic layer that's meant to protect your sheets and your baby from, it's hydrophobic, so it like repels water and fluids. Get rid of that. Like, you have to cut it open like I did, remove this membrane, remove the plastic hydrophobic layer. Then you seal it back up. You can breathe through it just fine. 98% efficiency on this one, as it is with a little modification. So that was actually great and a surprise. My personal favorites, I got two of them really. This one here is, again, this is a homemade mask. It's the same kind that you see on the Million Mask Challenge, which is amazing. It's got a little pocket here to where you can stick in whatever kind of filter media that you want, like there. Right now I've got a MERV 16. And when I'm talking about this MERV ratings, that's all about efficiency. The lower the efficiency, like in the household filters, you get MERV 8 through 11 typically. MERV 8 is like large particles of dust and dirt and hair, cat hair, dander, all that stuff. And then it goes up to 11, which is more of your allergens and things like that. And then your MERV 14 to 16, if you can get it, it's the higher end media, which means it costs more, but it's a lot more efficient too. So you get what you pay for. That would be the best. If you're using one of these masks, yes, you can get your furnace filter. The media that's used in furnace, it's made for filtering air, and it would work great in here. So grab you a furnace filter, feel free to cut it up, use the insert in here. This mask, just like the pillowcase, it's only as good as what you put in it. Like, it'll be better than nothing if you just wear it as is, but if you use a filter, some form of filter media inside it, that's the efficiency you're going to get. It's not going to get any better, but it's not going to get any worse either. The main important thing about these is the seal that you put around your face, because like everything else in nature, air, water, electricity, it all follows the path of least resistance. So if you have a gap around your face, that's where the air is going to go. You're going to create a little suction and a little vacuum right up when you're trying to breathe in, and it's going to pull in whatever it can get in. And that's just how it works. So the other thing, my second favorite one, which some of you might recognize, this is a CPAP mask. And I didn't do hardly anything to this one. This was amazing though, because all you have to do is take some of that filter media that I was talking about, cut it off your furnace, and attach it to the front, duct tape it in place. You've got this nice seal, the silicone seal that goes all around your face, closes everything off. The only way in or out is through that filter right there. So this is absolutely perfect. It's form fitted for your face. If you've got one of these, feel free to use it. It's going to work, and really will. So those are my top ones. As far as the diaper goes, no, I'm not suggesting everybody run out and make this huge panicked run on diapers, and it's crazy that I even have to do that. I feel like I need to wake up like 5 years ago, and just this whole situation's crazy. 5 years ago, I could see myself waking up out of bed and like, oh my God, I had this crazy dream. Donald Trump was president, and there was this pandemic that it was going around, like everybody was getting sick and dying, and I had to get on YouTube and try to convince a bunch of people to wear diapers on their heads. And the hell did I drink last night? No, but yeah, that happened. So yeah. Anyway, so that's it. That's the worst to best. Bandanas, don't do it. Pillowcases, feel free. But best case, use one of these. They can be washed. You can cut and well, you can't reuse the filter material. I'd strongly advise against that, because it's going to get worse. Like I said, these are totally dependent on what you put in them. Get you a decent furnace filter. Use the insert for this, and you'll be good to go. It'll block out the majority of better than anything you're going to find. And I highly suggest, if you have any N95 masks, please donate those to your local hospitals and get those in the hands of the people that really need them. All these masks, and I told you about all the efficiencies. These are really high efficiency masks. If you get a MERV 16, that's about 98%. That's higher than a lot of the stuff you're going to see for those N95s. But these are not rated for like body fluids and things that you might actually encounter in the hospital kind of thing. The N95s are there for a reason, and they're engineered the way that they are for everything that's going to come at those professionals in their line of work, and they need them. They need them more than we do. These are going to be more than enough for what most of us are going to encounter in day-to-day life. So please donate those to your hospitals if you've got them. Make one of these other masks if you can, if you don't have them. And I guess that's about it for me. So just trying to help out with I'm trying to arm you guys with all the information I have. It's take it, run with it, take it or leave it. That's what I found. So anyway, I guess I'm going to sign off now. I'm wasting enough of your time. But thank you guys for listening, and take care of yourselves and each other.